Nigeria vs Benin Republic, the final battle for a World Cup ticket by Achegbulu Joinwojo David for Avuncular services. The stage is set for a dramatic showdown as the Super Eagles of Nigeria lock horns with the Cheetahs of Benin Republic in what promises to be one of the most decisive match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup African Qualifiers Round 10. This fixture is more than just a football match. It's a clash of pride, history, redemption, and destiny. The background story: Nigeria's rocky road. For Nigeria, journey to this point has been anything but smooth. The Super Eagles, 3 times African champions and 6-time World Cup participants, now find themselves in a must-win situation, sitting third in Group C with 14 points and a +3 goal difference. Nigeria's qualification hopes hang on a thread. Ahead of them stands Benin Republic at the top of the group on 17 points with a +5 goal difference, and South Africa in second place with 15 points and +3 goal difference. The permutations are simple but nerve-wracking. Nigeria must win and win by more than 1 goal margin to leapfrog Benin Republic on goal difference. Benin only needs a draw to qualify, provided South Africa don't win big against Rwanda. South Africa also, on the other hand, can still qualify if they defeat Rwanda by a 2-goal margin or more, but even that depends on the outcome of Nigeria versus Benin. It's a 3-horse race to the World Cup finish line with only 1 ticket available. Benin's transformation from squirrel to cheetahs. Benin Republic, formerly known as the Squirrels, rebranded themselves as the Cheetahs, and that change was more than symbolic. It reflected a new mentality, a hunger to shed their underdog status and roar on the continental stage. Historically, Nigeria had dominated their West African neighbors, often eating the Squirrels alive, as fans would say. But since the name change, the Cheetahs have shown renewed grit and organization, epitomized by their stunning 2-1 victory over Nigeria earlier in the qualifiers, a win that sent shockwaves through African football. The raw factor: familiar foe, new ambitions. Adding more intrigue to this encounter is the man in Bennett's dugout, that is Gernot Rohr, the former coach of the Super Eagles. Gernot Rohr led Nigeria to the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia after guiding them through a difficult qualification campaign. He knows the Nigeria team inside out, their strengths, their flaws, and even their mentality. Gernot Rohr was fired by the Nigeria Football Federation after what they deemed a poor outing in the World Cup 2018 in Russia. Now he stands on the opposite side, trying to write a new chapter in African football by guiding Benin Republic to their first ever World Cup. For Rohr, it's a matter of pride and legacy. For Nigeria, it's a mission of vengeance and redemption. The stakes couldn't be higher. The encounter is not just a battle for qualification. It's a war of identity and pride. Nigeria, known for their football heritage, can't afford to miss another World Cup after failing to qualify for Qatar in 2022. Fans across the nation are praying for a miracle and urging the team to channel their never say die Nigeria spirit. Head to head, history favors Nigeria. In their last 5 meetings, Nigeria have won 3, drawn 1, and lost 1. That loss being the infamous 2-1 defeat in the first leg of the qualifying series, played in Ivory Coast, that was Benin's adopted home ground. However, the most recent meeting between the two sides ended in a resounding 3-0 victory for Nigeria during the 2024 AFCON qualifiers at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. On that day, Ademola Lookman scored a brace and Victor Osimhen added a goal. Unfortunately, Ademola Lookman will miss this crucial clash due to suspension, that is 2 yellow cards, but Osimhen is fit and ready to lead the charge. Coaching carousel: Nigeria's turbulent dugout. Perhaps the biggest obstacle Nigeria have faced in this qualification campaign isn't just their opponents, it's instability in the technical bench. In just 2 years, the Super Eagles have had 4 coaches and even saw a fifth reject the job due to contract disagreement. 1. Jose Peseiro drew both the World Cup matches that he managed, although he took Nigeria to the finals of the AFCON in which he won silver. 2. Finidi George. He was assisting Jose Peseiro and the job was handed over to him. He drew against South Africa and lost to Benin Republic, leaving Nigeria in a perilous spot. 3. Bruno Labbadia. He rejected the appointment days after he was announced as the head coach of the Super Eagles. 4. Austin Eguavon led Nigeria to AFCON qualification but wasn't retained for the World Cup qualifiers. And lastly, 5. Eric Sekuchel, the current coach that has brought some stability with 3 wins and 2 draws in 5 matches. Chel's tactical discipline and the players' renewed confidence under him have reignited hope among fans, and the Super Eagles might just pull off a late miracle. The South African twist, FIFA's game-changing sanction. It's worth recalling that South Africa's 3-point deduction dramatically changed the landscape of Group C. FIFA punished Bafana of South Africa for fielding an ineligible player who had already accumulated 2 yellow cards in their previous matches against Lesotho. That decision effectively reopened the qualification race, bringing Nigeria and Benin back into contention and setting the stage for the epic final. The stars to watch out for. Nigeria's squad remains in a powerhouse filled with Euro-based talent. Victor Osimhen, formerly Napoli player now playing in Galatasaray in Turkey. Nigeria's main weapon, lethal in front of goal. He created the assist in the 2-1 victory of the Super Eagles over Lesotho. Alex Iwobi of Fulham plays as a creative midfielder. He is the creative heartbeat of the team. Samuel Chukwueze of AC Milan but loaned to Fulham is unpredictable winger who can unlock defenses. Wilfred Ndidi, formerly of Leicester City, now playing in Besiktas Turkish League, is the engine in the midfield defense. William Troost Ekong of Al Khaloid in Saudi Arabia, he is the captain and a defensive marshal. Adams Akor, the new invitee of Sevilla, the breakout star who scored against Lesotho. Benjamin Frederick, young but composed defender, making his mark. The final word, the mathematics are clear, the stakes immense, and the emotion raw. For Nigeria, this isn't just a football match. It's about restoring national pride and proving that the Super Eagles still belong on the world stage. Benin Republic, on the other hand, are just 90 minutes away from making history. Their first ever World Cup appearance. It's destiny versus determination, experience versus hunger, and legacy versus ambition. As the whistle blows, all eyes will be on the green and white jersey of Nigeria. Can they rise above the odds once again and keep the Super Eagles soaring towards the 2026 World Cup in the United States of America, Mexico, and Canada? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the world will be watching. For more updates on the Super Eagles of Nigeria and their World Cup challenge, subscribe to Avuncular's production and Avuncular movie on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok at Avuncular24, that is for Avuncular's production, and at Avuncular Studio. I remain your host and sport presenter, Achegbulu David, reporting for Avuncular Services. On behalf of the management team of Avuncular Services, we want to thank you for taking our time to watch this particular episode to the very end. We hope to see you in subsequent episodes. It is goodbye from us for now. Thanks at Avuncular's production and Avuncular movie. Copyright Avuncular Services.